Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's got to be probably one of the most shocking things to hear is, has anyone found that earth angel they couldn't sacrifice yet? And so it is. I mean, you can't cover something like that up completely. This group is so criminal, it's sad. Yeah, that's what it is. This group is so criminal, it's sad. This is why I prefer to work alone. That's what it is. I mean, that'll be their biggest flex in life is greed does evil things to people. And that's fine. That's fine. I guess. Simple enough. But I mean, it's just it is. I mean, if you weren't a part of trying to sacrifice the Earth Angel, then it was probably a group collaboration of people trying to sacrifice an Earth Angel. And that's never going to end up good. It's not. My question is when they say, great wealth was spent by these greedy individuals. Well, I mean, they had to get the money from somewhere. How many people contributed to that elephant in the room? That's what it is. And I mean, now that's going to be the next thing is now you're going to have people wondering, oh God, who was this group? Did I contribute to that kind of an evil? That's what it is. Hell, if you paid them, if they were influencing you and you paid them, or they were harvesting views, or YouTube was paying them, or whatever. No wonder they don't want the truth coming out. It's just what it is. That's, you know, and me knowing that the last trick these narcissists are going to pull is playing the victim. Cool, that's why I'm flipping the tables on that situation. I'm looking for that Earth Angel. I'm looking for that individual with a YouTube platform that you've got every tarot reader on the planet talking about a corrupt group of parasites tried to turn into a viewing room of an execution room. Ooh, that's got to be horrible for Thanksgiving dinner. It's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. And you got to think, you're still talking about people that have almost had a full year to try to cover up the first life that was lost due to this magic backfire bullshit. What they put out goes back on them. What they wanted for another is what they wanted for themselves. I can't do anything about that. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. I can do a little bit about that. But you got to think, that's the reason I decided to take so much time off and figure out why there was so much dilemma, so much drama in the LBC. It's kind of hard being SCOTT. It's just what it is, but somehow, some way. That's what it is. You got to think as soon as a reader says, these people are freaking out because God showed up. Well, okay, great. So now we have God showing up. Now we have God showing up on the fucking crime. God showed up on the crime scene. That's got to be pretty shocking for some. For some, especially when there's too many of us that have awakened to the fact now. So that's what it is. Simple enough. Simple enough. You focus on those who have awakened to what is truly going on, that can see through the veil and the illusion of this BS. It's simple enough. I mean, come on. When you have a earthquake happen on Mother's Day that you can name after the stepdaughter, chances are, but how are you going to use that as physical evidence with the evil ones, with the muggles that can't process the information? And it's absolutely unbelievable. It's divine intervention. How do you expect the divine to intervene? In a way that you can understand? No, it's in a divine way, of course. Simple enough. It's giving you natural disasters named after karmic family members that won't get out of the energy. Pisces, God will show you who you can trust. Okay, great. So when I hear a reader say that, how is God going to show us who we can trust with natural disasters in locations named after people that are either an earthquake or a tropical storm, or that's what it is? And then you've got people in the background. Dolores Cannon told us that there were these groups and these organizations that their sole job was to manipulate the information. to keep people dumbed down, to keep people in fear, to keep them at a lower vibration. And then once you break out of that, their only go-to is, oh, that person's a psychopath. That person, they don't have any fear. Oh, no. That's like a war. That's a fireman. Is a fireman a psychopath for running in the burning building? Is a police officer a psychopath for getting out of the car and running toward... Let's not bring Uvalde into the situation. They just kind of stood there like, I don't make enough donut money for this BS. That's what it is. And you got to think what energy was in the cards back then. Simple enough. You try to explain that shit to these people and, oh, they put anything on Google. Well, yeah, everything that you don't know about. Simple enough. Simple enough. And this the thing is, if they are spiritual haters, they can't hate something unless they love it. Right? So there's got to be a reason. Right? And then when you, it didn't go down that way, when you're using your intuition, okay, well then that means that there is some truth to how it went through, and intuition doesn't set shit in stone. It's not the power of the written word that they use against us to protect them. Simple enough. Simple enough. And now these truths are coming out. Okay, great. And that's the thing, is if you've got the people at the top that are the biggest criminals, well then that means everything that they have decided is a trickle-down domino effect of towers through divine intervention. Simple enough. I mean, you've got too many readers now talking about people are going to have the energy going back on them that they put out. Okay, great. That's alarming. What kind of negative energy do you think these people have been putting out? There's some pretty sick people out there. Simple enough. Putting out some pretty sick energy. Okay, great. Who are they talking about? Is this true? Is any of this shit true? Or is it all just figments of an energetic imagination that you just had a top-rated psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever, I didn't read that much into it, was talking about how there's a lot of validity and why tarot is always correct. And okay, great. So if you've got that guy doing that, if you've got Scott Morgan talking about the INFJ doing, licensed MBTI counseling, so if you have these guys that specifically speak these things, but then your dealers who write you out your script because they're changing the script in your movie. That's what Dolores Cannon said. Each one of us is here to do something that no one else can do. Once you get on your path, stay on your path. If you're not on your path, you're on someone else's. Right? Just because you're using other people's tools, if you're a healer, it doesn't matter what healing path you take. If you're intuitive, it doesn't matter what intuitive path you take. If you're walking karma, it doesn't matter what you do. You're the triple threat of karma. When it comes to intuition, when it comes to healing, when it comes to what people put out going back on them. Simple enough. Let's do some stranger things, shall we? God got us all that is. Angels, archangels, the cinemasters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. You got to think, I mean, if they wanted you to go crazy, and now the divine is making them go crazy, how's the divine going to do that? With natural disasters named after them? I mean, come on, they wanted to make a name for themselves. Thank you, Spirit. Simple enough. And the minute you have that energy of groups, gaggles, hives, and herds, well, it's obvious. It's obvious that Pisces isn't a group, gaggle, hive, or a herd. That's what it is. Thank you, Spirit. And I mean, that's what it is. I want you to take your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your child. Pick one. I don't care who you pick. Pick your neighbor. I want you to start them a YouTube channel. And then I want you to have them speaking truth with a light that triggers demons, and then have a bunch of demons in the background wanting to rob that individual all across the planet in the cards, wanting to stop that individual at all costs across the planet in the cards, wanting to celebrate daily the possibility of that individual's unalive. What, like Charlie Kirk? No, we celebrate after the fact, right? Isn't that why people are losing their jobs? But people are keeping their jobs, celebrating the possibility. That's as backwards as it gets. And I saw a beautiful write-up earlier. She said when cameras show up after something bad happens, that has a lot to say about what kind of people that we're dealing with. They don't care until it, because then they can control the narrative. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's what it is. Then they can control the narrative. Then there's only one story. Thank you, Spirit. Now, what is the problem? They're doing everything they can to cover up everything that they've done so that they can get their story straight, because the Earth Angel lives. The Earth Angel lives! The Earth Angel lives! Oh, no! The demons are in crisis. The demons are in a crisis. Imagine that. Imagine that. Simple enough. And that's the thing. You think about it. I want you to pick the person beside you, if they're not triggered, if they're of the light, and I want you to have them go out, start a channel, start speaking their truth, and then get targeted by the greedy. Oh, the greedy goblins. They want that creator's creations, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate that person because they created it. That's this hostile spiritual takeover at its finest. Okay, great. That's why your plan is under judgment. That's why you've got readers saying when evil goes up against an earth angel, war angels and their destruction soon follow. Okay, great. Well, that basically means burning man. God's not burning earth angels. God is burning man. Just sitting around letting, okay, well, you know what? They make money off of war. Why would spiritual warfare be any different? They make money in times of war. Why would spiritual warfare be any different? Why would you expect anything different out of these people? There is no spoon, Neo. Thank you, Spirit. That's why they got away. That's why they got away with it for so long. These people are racking it up. Insurance on the natural disasters. Who knows? Who knows what evil people do? They go along with the narrative of other evil people. That's why we're coming out of a time of darkness into the golden age of light. And they're doing everything they can. These people are kicking and screaming not to be drugged to hell. I just heard another reader say that these individuals were going to be drugged to hell. Okay, great. Did Dorothy summon a djinn? Because it's what they do. They drag you to the lower astral. Thank you, Spirit. Simple enough. I mean, you got to think. I became a QHHT practitioner under one. I really, really enjoy everything that Dolores Cannon says. Was I still trying to debunk her? Yes, I'm a human lie detector. The minute someone says, don't believe anything that I say, think for yourself, I lock on to that. What is this person doing that they are so sure of themselves about? That is a trigger for me. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. What was the problem? She could not find a hell out of thousands. And I know that it's prophesized, and we're seeing the prophecies play out before our eyes. Okay, great. She passed away before D Dorothy manifested it. Before a group of satanic worshipers had to get God to create a new place for them, a special place just for them. Simple enough, right? And you're talking about Egyptian energies. We don't know how the pyramids are made. Simple enough. Simple enough. And there's confirmation. It's what it is. 1414 on the clock. I guess it was 1412. That's what it is. That would be change on the 12th house. So it's what it is. I'm not even looking at the time because I don't care. Are my cards in the upright? Yeah, cool. Did you see that switcheroo? Rewind it. You'll see the switcheroo. Ooh, the 3 of scoops. Yep. That's what it is. Focus on the 3 of the scoops being upside down. What is that? Basically, the 3 of scoops to me is going to be your mind, your body, and your soul in a little melting pot, in a little dish, in a little petri dish. Right? And if everybody is upside down, well, that fits the mold of what I like to say about Jim Quick, author of The Super Brain with Mind Valley. He had a teacher that told him as a child, when he interrupted her bumping her gums, she's, excuse me, this is Jim, the boy with the broken brain. And answered his question. And I mean, did he have a learning? Ooh, nose is itching. Ooh, boy. Did he have a learning situation? Well, I think he did. What did he end up becoming? The author of The Super Brain. Simple enough. Great. So I take something like that and flip it around. You all have broken mind, bodies, and souls. Simple it is. You're all the little boys and girls with broken minds, bodies, and souls. Now get that shit in alignment and be superheroes. Be the authors of the super brain, the super mind, the super body, and the super soul. Be that author. It's just what it is. Do your thing. If it worked for some teacher being an ass to Jim, I'll take that shit with stride. Ooh, the high priestess intentions. Look at that. I hear Pisces is standing in their glowing high priestess energy. Is that true? Is that true? Are we activating some Jedi abilities? Is that true? Pisces, you've got abilities you haven't even unlocked yet. Well, you know it is God Force energy. Yeah, I've seen Qigong masters do amazing things harnessing Qi. Simple enough, from setting paper on fire. And that's before the Schumann resonance of the Earth was raising the frequency of Earth. That's before all that. Well, you've got that energy in the cards. How were you able to progress on your path so fast, Pisces? The Schumann resonance of the Earth raising. When I saw a documentary done on the Qigong master, what do they call him? Johnny Dynamo? They asked him, said, how did you achieve these spiritual abilities? Hour of meditation every day for 12 years. He invested an hour of intense coming into union with the divine. 1 hour a day for 12 years. Thank you for that. 15% breaks down to a human. What did that end up giving him the ability to do? Harness his chi to where he could shock the shit out of you. Set paper on fire with his hand. Throw kinetic energy into something. Spot spirits in things. Call in the ascended masters. All kinds of Jedi shit. 1 hour of meditation every day for 12 years. That's a small price to pay. So anything you hear about the INFJ, they said if it takes 10,000 hours for someone to be an expert at something, the INFJs put in way more time than that. That's what it is. Simple enough. Yeah, what do we need to be aware of? The star energy. That's what it is. You got a lot of star energies that look like the fireworks are about to go off in their hands, doesn't it? I hear there was a lot of celebrity involvement in trying to sacrifice an earth angel because of their star energy. Is that true? Is that what we need to be aware of? Was there really a celebrity group collaboration that celebrated on a daily basis using their wealth, using everything they could to cover up their rituals, their ritualistic behavior, trying to take out an earth angel? Is that true? Is that true? That's what it is. Simple enough. What is the positive to that? Good. So now all of the celebrities that have always wanted to say something, I just did. You got Jim Carrey coming out and calling out Jimmy Kimmel on his show. Didn't Jimmy Kimmel just fall? Didn't he just fall victim to their Charlie Kirk situation? And now they're they're taking somebody who they can move around like a chess piece. It was smoke and mirrors. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, Dorothy. Yeah, the king of strands. Pay no attention to the man behind the veil. Simple enough. You can barely see that guy. See how he's just sitting there kind of watching everything through the two-way glass, just kind of, smoke and mirrors on the situation. Just kind of sitting there, just kind of watching it, all the shit go down, looking at all the things that he's created. That's what it is. I mean, we're talking about seriously evil people. You got to think, wasn't there just a huge discussion about one of these billionaires? He didn't directly have any involvement with the situation, but when he knew that they were going to be having peaceful protests, right, what, he'd have like a pallet of bricks shipped into that area? Let's just order a pallet of bricks and have them dropped off right there. That way you've got a bunch of people having a peaceful protest using the honor system with a pallet of bricks that are just laying there. Man, people's bricks in their cars through the windows. Did we all go to sleep since then? Have we all forgot that that's the kind of games these people play that I see? Look at that, the 10 of dice. I hear that 10-10 energy all across tarot, right? 10-10, man, that's the divine telling you shit to stop. It means it's completion. That means it's over. It means there's been a warning. That means the trumpets have been blown. And what do these people do? Only demons rebel against the divine. They won't stop. They have to be stopped. That's what it is. Simple enough. Can't do anything about that. That's what it is. Right? Keep focusing on me and my healing while they burn themselves out. I hear there's a lot of fighting and shit going on the other side of my hedges. Is that true? Is that true? No one said anything to me. That's what it is. However, I definitely do believe in tarot in ways that you can't fathom because I'm good at it. It's got me in trouble before. The more haters you have, the more successful you're going to become. That's what it is. And you can't have these readers saying that every time they attack the Earth Angel, something bad happens, man-made natural disasters, with me sitting back waiting for them, getting them, oh, look at this warning that the universe has gave us, and then have to sit back and look at it like some billionaire jerk sitting there. They don't care. Now that it's going back on them, they probably care, but they're looking at that like a pallet of bricks at a peaceful protest. The Three of Scoops. The Three of Scoops. You're talking about a degree of evil that has been on this planet for so long that people are desensitized to it. You guys let it happen. You join in. You're products of your environment. Three of Scoops in the upside down position for our focus card. When upside down, the Three of Scoops suggests that you may prefer to be a crew of one. It's perfectly fine to want to work individually. Just keep in mind that you may need assistance at some point. Is there a such thing as a Commissioner Gordon on this planet? That's what it is. I mean, the whole point of saying Commissioner Gordon was Commissioner Gordon worked with Batman because Commissioner Gordon couldn't be corrupted. He was the only one out of all of them in Gotham City. Yeah, that means gutter pig, because the streets were constantly filled with corrupt juices. It's simple enough. All right, so if there is a Commissioner Gordon out there that he had to use Batman, you couldn't trust anyone else. You got what, Harvey Two-Face is out there? Oh, look at me, I'm Harvey Gimmel. Nose itching. There's some truth in that, is there not? Simple enough. That's what it is. And knowing that to be a part of the club, you have to be a part of these rituals and da-da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. I understand how the karma works with that. You're talking about people that don't care. They're using you as pawns, puppets, toys in their game in the stage. All the world is a stage, and they're using you as pawns in the game of life because they believe in reincarnation. That's why they tell you. I'm able to go and find the information. You're scaring the shit out of them. A spiritual watch list is included in. Yeah, it's just what it is. You got to think. All that shit that they're talking about in tarot, about Pisces being surrounded by angels. I'm an angelic Reiki master. I've tested it. You've got people worried about car wreck spells and da-da-da-da-da. I've went down the road and let go of the wheel and my car was driving itself. Getting slapped around. Will you quit playing? That's what it is. I understand I scare the shit out of people. That's not the point. Removing the fear is the point. Thank you for the beautiful 5-star reviews. I'm so sorry that 5-star reviews scare the shit out of these people. They're not supposed to... And they will twist this around 100 ways. They're not supposed to know about my abilities. They weren't supposed to know anything fucking about me. That's my own private personal information. Okay, great. As soon as I got exposed in tarot land, so did everybody else. We stepped into the light. They descended into the dark and are gauging their success and popularity and shit on someone else's downfall and are too stupid and half-wit to realize that what they want for another is what they want for themselves. When the tide rises, all ships rise. But if you're not even on the ship, if your spiritual protection's been taken away from you and the tide rises, you don't have a platform. You don't have spiritual protection to keep you up in the tide. No. You sink to the bottom with the sirens. Share your inspiration with others. Oh, no, wait a minute. Upside down. Even the best captains need a first mate. And that would be the Captain Kirk situation. It's just what it is, because I know, if you've got Tyler Robinson, who assassinated Charlie Kirk, all in the news, but yet all of Tarot land that they don't like has Tyler, Texas, where my business is located, being, and you can call me Captain Kirk if you want to. It's more like specializing with starseeds and QHHT and past life regressions, all the things that they don't want you to know about. So they're trying to manipulate the energy and cause confusion. Okay, great. That's what it is. Take the focus off of the living situation and focus on the dead one. Make it make sense. They were celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk. Well, haven't we been talking in Tarot land for over a year now about people celebrating early, waking up every day waiting to see if they had a Charlie Kirk situation? They were excited that sooner or later the truth speaker, not the rage baiter, the truth speaker, and Charlie Kirk spoke some truth too, but that's what it is. I don't think anything's sweeter in this entire situation than you've had Bonnie and Clyde energy in the cards. No wonder these people are scared to death. They've been trying to rob Master Lowe for what, months now? There's been inheritance and shit. Okay, great. So they've been trying to take what I've always had. Imagine that. What do they get for a consolation prize? Rob Lowe! Big names in entertainment coming to the Cow and Center, where all the Caterpillar people can herd together and go down there and get their consolation prize. Can't make this shit up any better if I tried. I hear that God hid the divine being in plain sight. Is that true? I've been looking all up and down Divine Street. It's fucking right there. I go right out my door to the left, Divine Street. I've been looking all up and down Divine Street for that divine being that they hid in plain sight, but it just tends to scare the shit out of people because of our intuition. Anyway. Even the best captains need a first mate. Even Captain Kirk needs. She said Klingons on the starboard bow. That's fun. I'm going to put that song. I'm going to see if I can find that song. So if you see this video and then you see me put, there's Klingons on the starboard bow. Is that a Weird Al song? Let me know. I can't remember who sings that shit. And even if you can go it alone, just know you don't have to. No, absolutely don't have to. I have lost a starseed before, and I refuse to lose another one. Simple enough. They tried to treat you girls with spiritual abilities like Carrie. Well, I'm here to tell you I took Carrie's job. They're taking our jobs. He's taking Carrie's job. No. I don't know if you've seen the post. It's kind of sissy space. He's like feeling kind of cute. It might burn down the gymnasium later. What was the other one that was beside it? Stay calm and carry on. I'm your new Carrie. That's what it is. And why do I choose to do that? Because I've been the asshole. I don't believe in any of this stuff. I don't believe it. You girls are crazy. I don't want to hear no more of this spiritual crystal bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Stop. I'm sick of hearing this woo-woo shit. Then I had an NDE. Oh, shit, I understand all this woo-woo shit. Fuck. Oh, what comes around goes around. Ah, what comes around goes around. You can't pick anyone else any better. Yeah, my starting out in the real world was walking into an office and taking men in black suits' lives away from them. And they were in the red. Troubleshoot that shit. And then compete people against each other in the worst sales job you could ever possibly happen. The worst sales job you could ever possibly happen upon. It was across the planet. We were in every country. Because why? It's what it is. Because we competed people against each other. Fucking selling someone a pipe dream with a carrot on a stick. What happened if you won? You got your own deal. That's what it is. How hard was it to get? So I put a couple people in one. It wasn't too fucking hard for me. Keeping it? No, then that's where it comes down to. Pisces. Spirit wants to bless you, but if you're not ready for the blessing, then once you get it, you're not going to be a vibrational match for it. I understand that more than anyone else. You know how many times I've set somebody up in a situation and had to fucking go back and rebuild it for them? And then you've got readers talking about it. Every time Pisces pulls their energy back from something, it falls apart. Imagine that. Imagine that. I've been doing it my entire life. You think I'd have it down by now. The High Priestess energy. And I mean, come on, that's where this entire healing aspect. I know you cannot have a this without a that. If you've got groups that are doing unalive magic, then you've got groups that are doing healing magic. Simple enough. Madame Takata on the surgery table. Here's a voice. Imagine being prepped, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that's ever been prepped and ready for surgery. Imagine the courage it took that woman to hear a voice. The surgery is not necessary. You know, guys, I know I'm all prepped and on the surgery table, but maybe this shit isn't necessary. Yeah, you see them as the devil and they can't love bomb you. They fear you'll be sick. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Absolutely, I see these people as the devil. Were they trying to unalive a human being for cash and prizes and wouldn't stop because they were obsessed with the energy? They were obsessed with the destiny. They wanted to be healers so bad and are now stuck in an 8-year cycle to where they have to prove it's a shamanic bloodline curse. I can't change that. I can't do anything about that. The tarot, I knew that shit was coming, and when a tarot reader agrees with me, if two shall see, so shall it be. That's the way it's going to be. If I'm trusting my intuition, if I see this card as red and the entire planet tells me that card is blue, but I see this card as red and another person comes along and goes, hey, you know what? That's a nice red card you got there. Well, the whole world's been telling me it was blue. No, it's red. If two shall see, so shall it be. Simple enough. I mean, that's the general consensus to all of this, is I have no problem questioning someone on something. And then they want to get mad. They want to get mad because why? Because they either don't have the answer that I knew before I asked the question, or they're trying to cover some shit up. It happens all the fucking time. That's what it is. Simple enough. The High Priestess energy. In the upright position, the High Priestess symbolizes intuition, esoteric knowledge, and the ability to perceive the unseen. Just like 11, when she manifests, it's with a warning that things may not be what they seem. Allow her to guide you, exploring your own connection to what lies beyond the veil, opening yourself up to the innate wisdom you possess. And they took your power away at birth and kept you distracted and consuming and being a virus anyway. Simple enough. What is the definition of a virus? And we're talking about people that look at consumers like viruses, and then they profit off the unalive of their viruses. Simple enough. It's not that hard to figure out. That's what it is. People just don't want to admit it. That was the whole, when the Message to the Awakened ones first came out, 13 years ago. I know the horror that you must feel knowing the evil that's been plaguing our world for so many generations. The secret societies, yeah, read their books. They tell you, they believe in karma. Yes, they do. That's why they're shocked that someone finally broke through and brought divine judgment down on the situation. I can't do anything about that. It's what it is. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yes, we'll be continuing on that path. Thank you. Thank you for that freedom that you gave us here in America. The Star card in the upright, shining with inspiration, brighter than 1,000 Satan's baby fireworks. Lucas Sinclair knows how to turn his ideas into action. When the star rises for you, it means that all things are possible. You have rejected limitations and dismissed doubts. Now you find yourself blazing a magical path to success. That's what it is. Kind of funny to pull this out as the focus card, because if you go back on the last video that I posted and look at angel number 603, I got a knock right in the middle, right as I'm typing that shit. I get knocks. I go check the numbers. Oh, what do you know? What it was, 603? Was it 55? I can't remember what the percentage was, but it was significant. I think it was maybe even an 11. Who knows? I don't know. I do know 603 said it's better to work alone. I'm talking about Commissioner Gordon, and we know there's not one of those. Someone who can't be corrupted. It's just what it is. If there were a Commissioner Gordon, this shit would have been over a long time ago. No, what is the problem? Their bosses have been exposed. We don't want to lose our jobs. We don't want to lose our jobs to the truth. No, we don't want to lose our jobs. No. We've worked so hard to build this bullshit, and then a fucking intuitive troubleshooter comes through and sees a kink in our system and troubleshoots it, and now the system's falling apart. No. That's where they want you to be. They forgot I do best. When I explode, that's the last thing you see. That's why these people are wanting you to see that side of me. It's the last thing they saw. You would have to believe some of the negative things these people say. You can't get them to leave. They want me to be seen as an evil person. When I want you to go, I want to be seen as an evil person. If I fucking ask you nicely, stop, no, don't, please go, thank you, as politely as I possibly can, and you don't respond, then I do. And it's the INFJ, you know when they've had enough. That's what it is. And you've got readers talking about this energy, this light has affected past life. People are obsessed for lifetimes. If they would have asked about my QHHT session, I would have told them that. Pisces, they can't figure out what this past life situation is. I know, because they never asked. I've had 2 QHHT sessions. That's how I know what they can't figure out what's going on, and I do. I know that's just what it is. I can't do anything about that. That's like trying to walk in and take over the brain surgeon's surgery. The only person who does that is Dr. Strange. Think about that. He walked in and took over people's surgery because they couldn't do it right. Okay, cool. Dr. Strange was an INFJ. He was the narcissistic kind of INFJ. How did he get his ego death and get humbled? Hands. Oh, he had to sit outside Kathmandu for what, a whole day, 2 days before they'd even let him in. He had to prove he wanted it. Okay, great. That's the sci-fi TV version of what these people are going to go through. That people that claim to, it's called the curse of the shaman for a reason. The village chooses the shaman. Simple enough. Right? You take on that shit, you are cursing yourselves. Oh, the copycats don't want to be copycats anymore because they got too dangerous. That's what it is. I have been through paranormal INFJ moments where I thought I was losing my fucking mind, and you've got now in the cards that people were adding to that. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you. You have made me stronger, and now I have to sit back and watch them go through 8 years of it themselves. King of Strands. Dun, 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 dun. Think about that. In groups, new level, new devils. When you hear a reader say that, what is our new level? New devils. These individuals are starting to realize that the person that they targeted I've been going through this for quite some time. I had no problem with it. 8 years struggle? Okay, great. So it's because what it is, you can't want something for someone else that you're not willing to do yourself. Now that cycle is completed, groups, gaggles, and let go of resentment. Oh, drop the anger. I'm not angry or resentful. What they're putting out is going back on them, and they've got 8 years to figure it out. Simple enough. I can't change that. Why are they fighting in the background? Because they listened to someone else. because they listened to Kathy Bates from Misery. because they listened to the chick from Fatal Attraction. Simple enough. Because they listened to the guy from Mr. Deeds. Because they listened to the old man from Caddyshack. Oh, I'm the best golfer on the planet. And then it all got taken down by the gopher and the baby Ruth. The King of Strands in the upright. Bob Newby, superhero. Is there anything this king can't do? And that's my question. When I hear Pisces, they're spying on you because they want to see what you can do. Okay, great. What can you guys do? Let me know in the comments. If I don't see what you can do in the comments, then they have to be talking about the person they've been trying to execute on the fucking YouTube platform. Congratulations. Okay, great. So Pisces, they've been spying on you to see what you can do. Great. If you had a Commissioner Gordon, I'd love to have that list on my desk by noon. I'd love to know what the list of things I can do is. If we can do anything. Is there anything this king can't do? This card brings help right when you need it. A reliable friend. A trusted leader. Oh, have we finally found a Commissioner Gordon? So where did you guys hide Commissioner Gordon's 6-foot diamond bat signal spotlight? So know your value. And someone to remind you everything is going to be okay. You got to think about that. You know, you're talking about people that got into something. I've told my NDE story before. They didn't believe it. Okay, I didn't believe her either. I didn't believe the fucking witness either. I didn't believe her. I turned a bilingual Hispanic Catholic translator for the Catholic Church into a crazy blonde on a plane. That motherfucker is not real. That's what I've been, that guy. Okay, that's what it is. Simple enough. I don't believe her either. I think she's absolutely nuts. What she told me, it's what it is. You would have to go and ask her. Simple enough. Are you going to believe her? Probably fucking not. That's fine. And I can't believe her either. I didn't see it. I'm still here, but I didn't see it. This is what it is. Simple enough. Simple enough. And that's the thing you got to think about. That is, like, they want to be responsible for fueling Pisces ascension, for putting the pressure on the situation, for using unalive magic. Okay, great. They're more than welcome to take credit for that. But what they put out goes back on them. They weren't planning on that. Just because no weapons formed shall prosper doesn't mean you try it. Unbelievable. If you are acting as the King of Strands for others, it's due to your natural charm and quiet confidence, much like the beloved Bobby. Stranger Things. Simple enough. All right, let's go to completion to explore the 10 of dice. They have rolled the dice. The dice have been rolled. God doesn't roll the dice. That's why that's why Albert Einstein didn't believe in the law of attraction. And I put that in the post this morning. I have to apologize. Never trust a PSYOP meme. And I think I just said that shit because it is what Albert Einstein was 90. The Pisces is all I give a shit about. Simple enough. I understand that INFJ is the rarest personality. Albert Einstein was like an INTP. Okay, cool. It's still introverted intuitive. The introverted intuitives, that's what it is. Simple enough. The feeling and judging, the rarest. Okay, great. That's Edgar Cayce, we know for a fact. Carl Jung is... The INFJ are known for being scapegoated. Abraham Lincoln, Carl Jung, they went with Sigmund Freud. Simple enough. Mother Teresa, INFJ, raised millions of dollars for the Catholic Church. Right? Peace begins with a smile. And then what? And then misappropriated the funds and everybody blamed Mother Teresa. Okay, cool. So she raised all the money, but how is she going to be the scapegoat, the one responsible? She raised the money, they misappropriated it, and then blamed her. It's a shit game that they play. Simple enough. 10 of dice in the upright position. Have you ever been losing it? Martin Luther King, INFJ. We all know what happened to Martin Luther King, don't we? Had a mission, had a cause. Simple enough. They're an all or a nothing personality type. Hitler, INFJ. Jesus. Mixed signals on that one, too. That's what it is. Some people say INFJ, some people say INTJ. That's what it is. You're talking about the difference between the advocate and the mastermind. Okay, cool. Jesus was both. Simple enough. What is the uncanny ability that the INFJ has? They're the chameleon. They can mimic the other 15 MBTI types. That's why they're known as the advocate, the counselor. They can relate with other people. They know who you are before you do. That's why I use the MBTI test. Uses a placement test to place your ass in society. Carl Jung used it to empower you by showing you how to do shadow work. All of the things they don't want you to know about. The last thing they want is you empowered. Confirmation. Did you hear that? Did you hear that knock at the same time my air conditioner goes off? Simple enough. They're scared of my spiritual protection. Why? Because I did angelic Reiki attunements. I attuned myself to the higher frequencies. Simple enough. Anyone can do it. Does it take a lot of work? It's a lifelong practice. It never ends. A Reiki master does not make anyone any more enlightened than anyone else. You're mastering energy work forever. Every day. Forever. You're investing into your energy and working on it forever. What's the past life problem that's across your cards? I've done this before. It's not hard to do something that you've already done before. 10 of dice in the upright. Have you ever been losing a game so thoroughly that you couldn't wait for it to be over? This roll of the dice marks the final throw in a round that needs to come to an end. While it may be difficult to accept, there is peace in knowing things can't get worse. You may have been betrayed, but at least you aren't guessing. You now have all the information you need to heal and move on. Isn't healing nice? Isn't healing nice? We've got all the information we need to heal and move on. They can't believe the Earth Angel is still alive. So, okay, cool. I was told that in October of 2017. Oh my God, this motherfucker's not real. How are you still alive? Oh, you scared the shit out of me. Ah. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, Carrie has just come to life in the bed. Oh my God, what is going on? Oh, this motherfucker's not real. That's what it is. When you ask someone what happened and they tell you, you can either accept it or you don't. I'd much rather tell you she's batshit crazy. I didn't see that. Did you witness your NDE? No, hell no. 2 girls did though, and they just have never been the same since. So that's what it is. Simple enough. Simple enough. I can go with that. I can go with that. What is the downfall to that? I was the guy to one of those girls that I don't believe in that crystal shit. I don't want to hear your sound bowls. Screw a bunch of mudras. Sage, bless what? Get your if you're going to fire something up and bless me with it. It was those days. You have an NDE, you come back from the spiritual world, you have spiritual knowledge. Simple enough. So, and obviously some nifty spiritual abilities. So, as the waves of volunteers continue to wake up on this planet, expect to see some incredibly strange things that you never thought possible in a million years. Their intuitive abilities are going to be uncovering things that you never thought possible. I have lost a starseed before, and a couple of the others that I have met are no longer producing content. You have readers that are talking about they have done this over and over again to the spiritually gifted individuals. They either quit, they come up missing. Now, Lyra Ray, the Princess of Pleiades, is just what it is. She's known for being an alien abduction victim. So who knows where she's at? Who knows where she's at? She still has a channel on YouTube, but last I checked, she hadn't posted anything in years. And you've got people talking about a 5-year plan to make someone go crazy so that they could dangle a carrot in front of them and just wait. And I knew that. Okay, great. So I knew I had to complete a karmic cycle. That shit has been completed. Now they will be going through it. New level, new devils, everything that they wanted for that individual, they will be experiencing. Do they have spiritual protection? I don't know. I didn't teach it to them. Is their energy in alignment? I have no idea. I don't know anything about these people. I don't know who they are. Are they still trying to go against the divine light? Yes, because that's what demons do. They rebel against the divine light. Your light irritates their demons. Okay, great. So where are the other lights? Where are the other light workers that irritate their demons? Simple question. That's what it is. Pisces, they don't think you're human. Okay. It's your fucking point. I don't think they're human either. So, simple enough. Doing inhumane shit, they're not human either. Simple enough. Namaste.